6 years ago today, I found out I was pregnant with my first baby at 19 years old. So I wanted to tell the story of how I found out I was pregnant with her. Little bit of a backstory. Me and my husband have been together since June of 2016. At this point, we just celebrated being together for 6 months. You want to hear a little secret? She was planned. Yes, our baby was planned 6 months into our relationship at only 19 years old. It was the second month of trying. I was a week late by the time I tested because I was so convinced that I was not pregnant. I thought there was no way that it happened that month, but it did. So it was just actually a coincidence that it happened this way, but me and my best friend were actually pregnant at the same time, due the very same month, 1 week apart. We were talking about her pregnancy one day and I just said, you know what? I haven't started my period yet. I'm pretty sure that it's going to be negative, but I'm still going to take a test today. So around 1:00 p.m., I decided to go to the bathroom. I was already a week late at this point. I knew I didn't need first morning urine. I had 1 digital left from the month prior. So I decided to take it. This was my first time ever taking a digital. Keep that in your brains. So I go to the bathroom, pee on the test, put it on the counter, and it's not doing anything. Me thinking in my brain, like, it's just a faulty test. It's gonna be negative anyway. Like, I was so negative at this point. Like, I was like, it's negative. I'm not pregnant. So I set it on the counter, kind of like frustrated, and I walk out of the room. I go and get myself something to eat, and then about 15 minutes later, I remember that I took the test. So I went to go check the test, and it was blatantly positive. Like, it was a digital YES, yes, positive. I frankly could not believe my eyes. I couldn't believe that it actually happened. I have endometriosis, so it's not uncommon to have a longer TTC with endometriosis. So I immediately took a picture and sent it to my best friend who was also pregnant. And then it was time to come up with a plan to tell my husband, who was my boyfriend at the time. Crazy. We weren't even married yet. We didn't get married until 2 months postpartum. So obviously it's January 5th. It's a little bit after Christmas, but I decide that I'm just going to tell him that one of his presents came in late. So I put it in like this little box and I tell him like, hey, one of your presents just came late. It just came late, shucks. The crazy thing is I probably could have found out on Christmas Day that I was pregnant, but I didn't find out until January. So that night he opens it up and he finds out that I'm pregnant. He never has like a giant reaction. He's just like, oh my gosh, that's cool. He doesn't show big reactions to anything. But now we are married, almost been together for 7 years, and we have 2 other kids. So we have 3 kids in total. So that is the story of how our lives changed forever. If you want some more story times about her pregnancy, I definitely would be willing to do that. I love talking about her pregnancy. Like, her pregnancy was my favorite. Like, I wish I could go back and revisit her pregnancy. Here was our announcement picture. This part is how we told our parents. We had only been dating for 4 months when we started trying, and then 6 months when we got pregnant. So yes, this baby was planned. We decided to keep the pregnancy a secret until we got our first ultrasound, just to make sure everything was okay with the baby. So after the first ultrasound, it was time to tell our parents. So the first person we told was my mom. I actually went onto Pinterest. Pinterest was really huge at this point. This was 6 years ago, guys. And researched a way to tell my mom. So I went onto Amazon and I found a onesie that says, book my reservation, I'm going to grandma's. It was February at this point, and the place that we live, it snows a lot, especially in February. I was trying to be all nonchalant and tell her like, hey, come down. I just want to have like a girls' day. I just want to be with you because I wanted to tell her in person. Then we got a big snowstorm and she was like, oh, I can't come. We tried to make plans multiple times and she was like, I just can't come. Like, the roads are shit. I mean, I would literally live 2 hours from her, so I get it. Eventually, I told her over text. I believe I sent her a picture of the onesie that said like, book my reservation at grandma's. So it didn't happen the way that I wanted it to. I'm still sad about that. She eventually did come down with my brother and my sister-in-law, and we told them all together. My sister-in-law was actually due a week after me. So me, my best friend, and my sister-in-law were all due within the same few weeks. Then it was time to tell his mom, who is now my mother-in-law. We thought she wouldn't have like a horrible reaction. We thought she would kind of be like neutral or happy. Boy, did we think wrong. I love my mother-in-law, but like, her reaction was not what we expected. She actually started crying, and it wasn't like happy tears. She kind of thought we would ruin our lives, honestly. Later that night, it was time to tell his dad. We told his dad and his stepmom at the same time. We took them out to dinner and we went to Sizzler. And we gave them a little present that had like a little pacifier in it that says, hold this for me when I come to your house. Something along those lines. Hold on, I have the picture. Dear Grandpa, please hold this for me just in case I need it when I come to visit. Knowing my mom, she'll forget. See you soon. And they actually had the best reactions. We were so afraid to tell them that we were pregnant. They were so happy for us, and they were just like so excited. And being a first-time mom, that's what I needed. I needed that reaction. I can make it emotional. So that is how we told our family that we were expecting at only 19 years old. I have so many stories from her pregnancy. Like this video so I can share more.